snow is falling down and it is cold outside. We gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday.
This is just one of the moments that I cherish every year. Spending time trying to find the things that the kids want slash need, that family wants slash need, and then have to sit there and wrap it all for them to just shred it apart on Christmas Day. So welcome to my 2023 Wrap With Me. And shout out to the people making this entire peaceful wrap with me possible, and that is Momcozy. I am using my Momcozy baby monitor to keep an eye on my sweet child upstairs. And I'm laughing because my husband is also home. And he must have gone in there to lay while she is asleep in the bassinet. This child, bless her. She's rarely alone, but when she is alone, we do have an eye on her thanks to our Momcozy baby monitor. It also has a bunch of features that I happen to enjoy that are very, very helpful. It does show the temperature on the top line. Right now it's 69.8 degrees, 70.1 degrees. And the great thing about this, I had to unplug my other camera. Here is the second camera that Momcozy. This is actually a split screen. So you hit the home button, you can see that my sweet little muffin is sleeping. And this is the other camera, this camera. So you can actually do a split screen view. We have many children, so I can be watching the other kids play. They like to play in this back bedroom. I can hook this up in there. I can kind of move it around. We do not have our cameras mounted because we are moving in a couple of months, so we're not going to create mount holes in the wall, but you can actually just sit the camera up and you control the pan of it by moving the buttons. So if we're watching my sweet little pumpkin sleep right now, you can move the camera up and scan the view. We could actually spy on my husband, who is probably going to take a nap right next to her. But that makes everything possible. This is an amazing, amazing gift for moms, for parents of young children, for moms that are expecting, dads that are expecting, to really keep an eye on things going on in the home, especially if there's more than one area they're wanting to watch at one time. This you can take with you. I'll take it around with me all over the house. I can see what she's doing if I'm down here in the basement doing my holiday Christmas wrapping. And I obviously want to keep an eye on her upstairs while I am getting my holiday stuff done. So especially with the holidays, having young babies, you're cooking, you're wrapping, you're here and there. You might be at a family member's house and you want to take this with you. So I will say that if you are looking for something to get the mom in your life, the friend in your life, the mom that is having multiple kids, who's having another baby, who wants to keep an eye on things, Momcozy baby monitor, highly, highly recommend, especially with the multi-screen split view. It makes my life so much easier. And now I'm gonna set my little monitor up so that I can watch her sleep while I am wrapping. So I have a little collection of presents here. I would say like 65% of things wrapped. The majority of them being my children. And then now I'm kind of wrapping a few of our kids. I still have gifts over here, but most of this is going to be like family stuff. And we have nieces and nephews, and I have my sister, and she is not going to be watching this video, so I can kind of discuss what I'm getting her. First of all, you will have already seen this if you've seen the shop with me. That may not even be up yet. I'm not really sure, but look at this robe. I need to wrap this. I have literally no plan for how I'm gonna wrap it. Okay, I need a station. This is gonna be interesting. For starters, who hates wrapping gifts like these that are not in a perfect box? If it's not in a perfect box, I don't really want to wrap them. I remember whenever there was one year, I think it was my sister and I, we were wrapping presents, and I was grabbing every present that was perfectly shaped that I could wrap easily. And also, who loses things every 2 seconds that was just in front of you? Okay, let's hope these shoes fit in this. So one of the first topics that I am seeing whenever I scroll through the list is how co-parenting during the holidays are going to work this year. So typically we don't have like a set situation either with Luke's son or mine and my ex-husband's kids. I can't find anything. Okay, got the scissors. So last year we went to my husband's sister's home. Now they live about 2 hours away from us, and obviously my family is down in Alabama, so several hours, like 15 and a half hours away. So typically speaking, we do ask the other parent. So I can pretty much only speak for myself. I know that Luke and his ex-wife have a really good, like, easy co-parenting relationship, which I'm very thankful for, and her and I get along just fine. So typically they have just whatever's easiest on them that year, they will do that kind of schedule. As far as myself and my ex-husband, last year was the first year that he actually was off on the day that they usually do Christmas. So I spent Christmas Eve with Luke's family while the kids were with their dad, and then got up that early next morning and came home on Christmas Day and got the kids back for my Christmas with them. So this year, their dad is actually not able to have them until the weekend after Christmas. I'm not sure if it's work related or what the situation is, but I get them to myself all Christmas. So I'm actually really excited, and they're going to be going with us to Luke's family's house. Anyways, hey, I got these socks for Luke. He's been wanting these forever. I got like the pack of multiples, and these socks are really super like expensive for socks. They are 100% pricey for socks, but I will say they are completely worth it, and they're worth it. They are just some of the best socks that I've ever personally had, so I got him some. Couple questions about work, the work that I do. If you're new here, I do have videos on the kind of work that I do. For an easier terms, I'm a death investigator for the medical examiner's office. I have a lot of videos already explaining what I do, so I don't want to be repetitive, but there were a few questions about how things are going recently with my schedule change and how work has been. I recently went from night shift to day shift, and there are just some major differences that I was definitely prepared for them. Day shift is just a much busier shift, and not necessarily on the investigation side, but more on the office work side, because we do office stuff too. We're not just constantly, I think the misconception is that we're just like constantly out on scenes. And there are some times that I go to work and work 12 hours and there are no deaths in my county. It's very rare that I'll go a full 12-hour shift with nothing, but there are times that it has happened, and we are still relatively busy doing other stuff for the office. For instance, any cremations done in this county, we have to sign off on them and things like that. So we definitely have the same busy work as any other office jobs. So day shift is a lot busier because at nighttime, typically we're not receiving much of anything at all except for actual scenes. But as far as my partner, we do work a little bit differently. My former partner and I, because we were on night shift, we only did scenes together. We never went separately. And my day shift partner, her and I will go separately unless it's a bigger case. For instance, we had a death that was public. It occurred in the public. So her and I both went to that one because it was really important whenever there's a death in the public that you're able to get the scene and work it as quickly as you can, but as thoroughly as you can. And just to kind of get everything done because you're outside in the elements and things like that. So you're really trying to work together with law enforcement and get everything wrapped up. So that's an example of a case that we went to together. I think since I've been on days for several weeks now. We've only gone to a scene together twice. And that is unusual for me, but it does give me a lot of independence. And I do feel more empowered now because it's just nice to be able to go and be direct and do the kind of work that I do and be able to do it on your own. Typically, like, it's just, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but it does feel very empowering. I'm still happy. Day shift is great. Like I said, it really was best for our family, and I'm still very, very happy. For a second, I almost forgot what this even was. If I wait too long, I will not remember who it's for. So I have to wrap it and immediately start writing because I almost forgot these were the socks. Okay, these are for me. I'm just not going to wrap them. I'm going to put them in my stocking. But I did get on Black Friday the Murad SPF 30 facial moisturizer and the Murad Youth Renewal Night Cream. These are not cheap. Even on Black Friday, they weren't actually cheap, but they were quite a bit off. And I happened to have a gift card from Ulta from last year for my mother-in-law. So I'm not going to wrap these, but they're going to go in my stocking. So I'm just going to put them aside and I'll just be surprised on Christmas Day. But that reminds me, how many of you moms actually feel like you fill your own stocking? Because I feel like we do, at least in my house, like I do all of the shopping for the most part because my husband could not care any less about standing in line and shopping. So that includes stocking stuff. So if you're married, does your spouse or your partner, do they fill your stocking, or do you just buy stuff and put it in your own stocking? Because no one knows what I like better than me. And typically every year, even when I was married before, I always bought and put what I wanted in my own stocking. So I'm curious if any of you do that, because someone asked about Christmas traditions, and not that filling your own stocking is a tradition, but I was just curious and it made me think of that, if any of you do that, because I just feel like it's easier for me. And if we're going to spend the money, like being an adult, if I'm going to spend money on something, I'd rather just know that I'm going to use it or know that I'm going to like it. So yeah, I'm just curious. As far as other Christmas traditions though, since you guys are asking, I sincerely don't have a ton of Christmas traditions except for two. One of them is that typically on Christmas Eve, there is some sort of like new pajamas given with some kind of Christmas treat, hot chocolate, Christmas cookies, fudge, and then watching a movie. So that's the one thing that I feel like has been the same when I was a child versus now even having kids. And then the second thing, when I was growing up, my mom used to always play A Christmas Story, the movie. So mine's a little bit different, but they're on TBS. I don't know, do they still do this? If you know, let me know. They used to play A Christmas Story for 24 hours. I want to say starting on Christmas morning or Christmas Eve. I don't remember, but they used to play it for 24 hours and my mom would always keep it on, and so it would just play over and over and over again. Any given time you'd walk by the living room, there would be that movie playing. And so when I got older, while I do love A Christmas Story, I lost my tape. I wish you guys could see it. When I got older, I really had my own opinions on what movie I wanted playing and which one that I enjoyed playing the most. And even though no other movie plays for 24 hours, I started watching The Family Stone. That's a movie, if you've never seen it, you need to watch it. It is like the ultimate holiday movie. But it has Diane Keaton, Rachel McAdams, Luke Wilson, Dermot Mulroney, all the people, Craig T. Nelson. There's a lot of messages in the movie that are so great for holiday, and the storyline's kind of all over the place, but I love it. And I play that movie over and over.
It's going down on Christmas Day. 'Cause I've been trying to tell you in every way. Yeah, I've been trying to show you, but somehow felt I wanna have someone to hold. Walking through the falling snow. I've been trying to tell you in every way, but now I'll get it done. I'm not going away and right around the mistletoe. I'm gonna let my feelings.
Okay, I did my best. Luckily this is for Story. It's a little Harry Potter that lights up, the lightning bolt lights up and he makes noise. I did my best. She's not gonna care, but I'm gonna care when I see her open it. The only thing that is gonna matter to me in the moment that she opens this present or doesn't open it, she's just gonna grip onto it and I'm gonna help her. I'm just gonna remember it being her first Christmas, and that is sincerely all that matters.
Trying to tell you in every way, but now I'll get it done. I'm not going away and right around the mistletoe. I'm gonna let my feelings show. I'm trying to tell you. Wanna have someone to hold. Walking through the falling snow. I'm no longer going away. Right around the mistletoe. Last year I thought about how things can come around just like that if everyone is here to celebrate one day. We have our ups and downs, but when there's love, there's always a way. And oh, this time of year, we come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes.
So, I've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I've gotten 6 wrapped. She is still sleeping, but she's kind of starting to stir. I've created a whole mess, and I still have more to do. But you know, I'm not complaining. I do feel very lucky, very blessed to be able to provide Christmas for my kids at the capacity that I want to provide to them. And even though it's a lot of work on the mom, all the work that I do before Christmas leading up to it, all the work that I do, if I work extra, if I do anything to make extra money to afford, you know, more of a Christmas, it's all worth it. And it's cliche, but it's all worth it the moment that your kids are opening and they're happy and they're, you know, they're just these memories from Christmas. I do feel like the memories from Christmas, growing up for me, like my sister, I do feel like those memories, they still are very like alive and well in my memory and my mind. So I do work especially harder this time of year to make sure they can just have the kind of Christmas that I think would bring them joy. And it's not just gifts. Not talking about this Batman hoodie or the Under Armour sweatpants. Like, I'm talking about yes, getting to open things on Christmas Day and, you know, see what everything is, but also like going and seeing holiday light shows, because those things cost money. Making different Christmas treats that they would enjoy, because groceries these days are super expensive. Finding movies, buying them new pajamas, us spending time together, us playing games, like things like that. So, this time of year, even though it's a lot of work for me, a lot of work for Luke, a lot of work for many parents and grandparents and guardians, foster parents, everyone this time of year, if you have children, you are definitely putting in the work, and it's so worth it though. So I don't ever want to come off like I'm complaining, because it's all worth it. And I will never work harder typically than this time of year. And truly, there's one more thing that I wanted to add. First of all, I want to say thank you to Momcozy for sponsoring today's video. It's very, very, I'm so grateful to be able to, for one, be considered for anything like this, but also because this baby monitor is absolutely amazing and I love it. And guys, I'm telling you, I can't recommend it enough. Momcozy, for all of your needs, for anything that you need, think of it, they have it. But this baby monitor, I love it. And it does give me sincere peace of mind, being able to watch her upstairs while doing this. But one more thing that I want to put out there, because it is this time of year, I meant to get this video out a lot sooner to have more time. However, if there is a family that you know of, maybe they go to your church, maybe they're part of like someone that you work with, someone in your family, maybe it's you. If anyone that comes to mind that needs Christmas, that maybe they are wanting to get a couple things for someone, I don't even know how to really say it. I would like to help another family this Christmas. I've done it in the past on Thanksgiving, sent meals to someone else's home. I would like to do that and hopefully be able to provide for someone. So I'm only going to have a few days after this video is posted to kind of pick and choose and decide how I want to do it. Unfortunately, I will have to verify stories, because in today's world, a lot of scammers jump on things like this and it takes away from those who are absolutely in need. So if there's anyone that you think of, if it's you, anyone at all that you know in your life that you would want to help bless with Christmas, please reach out to me. I will do what I can afford to do, and I would just like to help bless someone this holiday season. So I would like to pick a family or two to be able to help. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Really in the spirit, really, really happy to be able to be in this time of year posting these kinds of videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.